Let's go to Karbala. Tomorrow, the 7th of Muharram, suddenly became a much more difficult day for Hussein and his camp. Why? Because it's the day they prevented the camp of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein from reaching the water. From the 7th of Muharram, they had no access to water whatsoever. Allahu Akbar. The treachery of Bani Umayyah, the vile, vicious nature of this accursed tree, this family of animals who would show no mercy to women and children and even the 6-month-old infant. Suddenly it became much, much harder for the camp of Hussein to withstand the onslaught. And so everybody looked toward the only hope they had on the day of Ashura. Who was their hope? When the women and children were crying and wailing, what were they calling for? Who were they calling for? SubhanAllah, every time I step into the sacred mausoleum of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, I can almost feel and hear the cries of the children saying, Al-Atash, Al-Atash, Al-Atash. And so who did the children turn to? They turned to the Saqqa, Aba al-Fadl al-Abbas, bi-abi huwa wa ummi. He was known to be the one to deliver water. Since he was a child, whenever anybody asked for water, who would run to fetch it? It was little Abbas. It was the son of al-Baneen. They say that when Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas was born, his mother al-Baneen brought this infant and she showed him to Imam al-Hussein and said, here you go, Ya Aba Abdullah, Sayyidi wa Mawlai. I brought the one to be sacrificed for you. Everybody knew what their mandate was. Everyone knew what Abbas was put on this earth to do, because Amirul Mu'mineen had said to Aqil, when he was looking for a wife to marry, he said, Khirli imra'atan min al-fuhulati min al-Arab. I want a woman who has such a noble family, a noble lineage. I want her to give birth to brave children, because I don't want Hussein to be left all alone on the plains of Karbala. Allahu Akbar. Which is why on the eve of Ashura, Abbas was the one guarding the tents. And while he was guarding, obviously all the women, the children could rest and they could go and sleep comfortably, knowing that Uncle Abbas is the one defending us. He will ensure that no vile creature can bring any harm to us. When all of a sudden Abbas notices a dark shadow approaching, he said, stop, whoever you are, you should know that I am Abbas. But the dark shadow wouldn't stop. It came closer and closer, only to reveal itself as Lady Zainab. As soon as Abbas realized that this was Zainab, he wanted to get off from his horse. My mistress Zainab, Sayyidati, Mawlati. Zainab said, no, Abbas, please stay on your horse, فَإِنَّهُ أَقَرَّ لِعَيْنِي. I wish to feel proud looking at you tall, sitting on your horse like that. He must have reminded her of her father, Amirul Mu'mineen. Abbas said, my mistress, tell me, command me, what do you want from me at this night? Why aren't you resting? Please get some rest. After tomorrow, God knows what's going to happen to you. Zainab said to him, Aba al-Fadl, I heard that you've received an immunity plea from the enemy. Allahu Akbar. When Shibn ibn al-Jawshan came and said, Ayna banu ukhtina? where are my nephews? Referring to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas. Shimr, some say, obviously, it appears that he was there to save people that he considered to be from his tribe, right? al-Banin was from the same tribe as Shimr. And so it looks like he was there out of sympathy to save them because they were related to him. But perhaps the truth is the reason he came to offer immunity to Abbas and his brothers is because he was afraid of what Abbas would do should he stand at opposite ends on the day of Ashura. Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas refused to even acknowledge him. Imam al-Hussein told him, answer him. وَإِن كَانَ فَاسِقًا. I know he's treacherous, but it's okay. Go. Imam al-Hussein wants to show the world who Abbas was. Abbas went up to him. He said, what do you want? He said, I have good news. I have brought you and your 3 brothers a plea bargain, an immunity contract. Should you choose to leave the camp of Hussein, we will not pursue you. We will not kill you. How does Abbas respond? He said, لَعَنَكَ اللَّهُ وَلَعَنَ أَمَانَكَ. May God curse you and your immunity. You give me immunity, whereas the son of the daughter of Rasulullah has no immunity. وَابْنُ بِنْتِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ لَا أَمَانَ لَهُ. Get away from me. And so Zainab came to Abu al-Fadl on that night, trying to test the waters with Abbas, ensuring that Abbas doesn't abandon them. Not that he would, but Zainab wants to give him that reinforcement, that moral support. So she told him the story of how her father Amir al-Mu'mineen chose al-Banin as his wife, trying to create offspring that would defend Hussein on the day of Ashura. Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas put his foot in the stirrup of the horse. He pushed it so hard so as to tear it, and then he said, أَتُشَجِّعِينَنِي وَأَنَا ابْنُ مَنْ تَعْلَمِينَ. My mistress Zainab, are you trying to give me bravery when you know that my father is Ali? Wallah لَأَنْعُمَنَّكِ عَيْنَا. By God, I will make you proud tomorrow. And so when he came to Abu Abdullah trying to ask for permission, what did Imam al-Hussein say to him? Remember, this is after everybody's been killed. Akbar was gone, the companions were gone, everyone was gone. What does the Imam say to him? He said to him, Akhi, anta hamilu liwa'i. My brother, you're my one-man army. You are my flag bearer. Wa anta kabshu katibati. You are all I got, Abbas. You're all I have. If you go, I have no army any longer. If something were to happen to you, what would happen to the women and the children, Ya Abbas? Abu al-Fadl insisted, لَقَدْ ضَاقَ صَدْرِي مِنْ هَؤُلَاءِ الْقَوْمِ. I just saw all my brothers killed. I am depressed. I can't take it anymore. Let me go. So Imam al-Hussein gave him permission. He went into battle. Some say that the way Abbas kept Imam al-Hussein aware that he was still alive was in this beautiful manner. He would say, he would call out his brother Imam al-Hussein, and he would say, Yabna Fatimata al-Zahra. Imam al-Hussein would then respond by saying, Yabna Ali al-Murtada. You are the son of Ali. Abbas would say, Yabna Rasulullah. And so on. And they were speaking to each other. They were communicating. When all of a sudden Abu Abdullah heard the cry of Abbas, saying for the first time, Akhi, adrik akhak. For the first time, Abbas calls his brother by calling him, oh my brother, come and help me. What had happened to Abu al-Fadl? As Imam al-Hussein approached him, they say the Imam then bent down and carried something. They looked closer, it was the right hand of Abbas. Then the Imam approached him even more, picked up something, it was the left hand of Abbas. By the time Imam al-Hussein reached Abbas, the Abbas was laying on the ground. He couldn't any longer see. I don't want to say why, but Abbas couldn't see anymore. When the Imam approached him, Abbas said, I don't know who you are, but I ask you in whatever you worship to spare me for a moment until my brother reaches me, so that I could bid my brother farewell. Abu Abdullah said, أنا أخوك يا أبا الفضل الآن انكسر ظهري وقلت حيلتي وشمت بي عدوي. I will only translate this bit. The Imam said, my enemy has rejoiced now. Do you know why? Because they surrounded Abu Abdullah and Abu al-Fadl while clapping and saying, لَقَدْ قَتَلْنَا الْعَبَّاسِ.